Ah, yes. This is the most boring part, waiting for an Enderman to spawn, especially seeing as though we're in a plains biome. Don't expect this to go any quick. Rather unfortunate that deserts are hard to come by, despite being one of the most, shall you say, basic of the biomes. In fact, it's the only biome with sand. Look at all these other biomes with grass and ice and snow, but it's only one biome where you can get lots of sand. Although I do admit, sand, I'm not very partial to it. It's very coarse, gets in my skin. But this is merely a video game, sometimes I must remind myself. This does not bode well. Might have been in quite the situation. I seem to have attracted a crowd of zombies, but not a single Enderman has been spotted. Which is rather annoying because when we first started, I saw a surplus of them around the spawn. But of course, I was not equipped at all to take them on, and merely ran away from the other mobs. I have just blown a hole in the ground, which is not what I wanted to do. After all, creeper holes are known to be at least a top. I have made a grave mistake. I have made a grave error. Perhaps I should look where I'm going in the future. But yes, as I was saying, creeper holes have a tendency to look quite ugly. After all, they do tend to mess up the natural generated terrain of Minecraft, which, of course, we all know to be extremely beautiful. And the creeper holes just mess that entire thing up. In fact, I tend to be of the mindset, of course, that I do believe that I've inadvertently managed to blow up all of my remaining items. Yes. Intelligence strikes once again. This truly is not a very efficient method. There must be some other way that we can obtain pearls. Perhaps if we search a little bit more for those prized desert biomes, something can be worked out at least. This simply cannot do. Yes, I fear my fears might have been confirmed. I am very certain that I have had the foresight to put my blaze rods in a chest. If not, truly be very unfortunate. Perhaps I shall try to retrieve my items once again. But this is what one calls mission failed. However, we have our blaze rods, which is definitely a success. And as for the Endermen, we'll get them next time. Perhaps with some proper planning, some higher intelligence, and of course, some additional looking for some of those desert biomes. As for the only other part in preparing for the dragon fight, all one needs to do now is to gather at least 2 sheep. Seeing as though we have ample supply of wheat to create many more. And unfortunately these sheep must be used as breeding, but fortunately, we will not have to kill them because we only need their wool and not their meat. So, if there are any sheep lovers on the server, I am sure they will be quite pleased to learn that unlike the cows, they do not need to be slain. Perhaps the makers of this game have a slight bias, maybe, although I will say cows do have the ability to be milked, which sheep, in this game at least, cannot. Milk might be definitely needed for such adventures like the Wither fight. That is in the far future. After all, to fight the Wither, you definitely need to have God armor, as it's called in this game, and lots of potions. I have been told that there is no way around it. At least, that is what a professional has told me. Ah. Perhaps I will fix that later. And something that my good friend Tim has pointed out is that there happens to be a pink sheep that has spawned in this area, which is quite rare. And I do believe it will be quite appropriate to make this one pink sheep to be the grandfather to all of the sheep we'll be using for our wool-wood contraptions. Now, if only I can find this certain pink sheep. And I believe I saw it earlier when I was running around getting killed by my incompetence. Ah, here it is. The naturally spawning pink sheep. And it has somehow managed to get itself to quite the predicament. Come. You must be liberated from your confinement. Come and be the forefather to many great sheep in the future. With your lustrous pink wool. I suppose this cow can come along too. Additionally, it seems like something is glitched out in which I appear to have spirals coming out of me, despite the fact that I don't have any effects placed on me. Very inconvenient. Yes, I will now be looking where I go after my experiences with such potholes, and I will find another suitable suitor for this sheep. And then this wheat will be put into good use. And then we will take their wool, we will borrow their wool, that is, for usage, creating some intentional game design. Now, I could have sworn there weren't this many cows when I last played. Looks like someone has breeded them. In any which case, this does hinder my plans, as it means that I will have to resort to using a house to store this very, very fine sheep. Yes, this sheep will be the start of something great. That sheep will be the start of our means to bring down the Ender Dragon by use of intentional game design. It will be a glorious, glorious day.